Hey guys, I'm Ethan. I'm one of the conversation assistants here at E.O.I, and I'm here to talk about one of my favorite books. Um, so the title of the book is Game of Thrones. You've probably heard about it. It's not a very obscure book anymore, I don't think, especially because of the TV show and everything. I read it for the first time when I was in high school, um, and when I should have been paying attention to the teachers, probably. I think I was 16 years old at the time. Um, so why did I start reading it? After watching the first two episodes of the TV show, I couldn't really handle waiting for the next episode anymore. So I read this one and all of the other ones in the series, um, just because I loved the world and the characters and the way it was written. It was really hard to stop reading. Um, yeah, and it just came out at and the show just came out at a time. I just got into the show too early to not read the book. Um, the book is about, if you probably know, but it's about a bunch of medieval families in a fantasy world vying for power of the Seven Kingdoms. It is a fantasy, but the themes of the book tend to contrast that genre. For the most part, the books are about power, conflict, and the consequences of those things. So, in the genre, if you have conflict between protagonists and antagonists, um, then we're waiting to see who the winner is. Maybe if it's subversive, you'll question whether the protagonist is really the good guy. But generally, it'll be about the good guy trying to beat the bad guy. In these books, it always feels a bit more like the conflict is the problem. So at a certain point, you stop really caring who the good guy is because the only good thing would be for the fighting to stop in the books, especially as you get into the later ones. It's written by an old hippie with anti-war sentiments, and you can really start to feel that as the book goes on. So why would I recommend it? Because even though it was a page turner and it was very easy to read, I think the language is quite simple, even if it's a bit medieval. Um, Even despite all of that, I felt like later on, when I was reading it, I was getting more out of it as a deeper kind of book than I initially really thought it was. I just read it for fun at the start, but you really get a lot out of the things from it. Yeah, anyway, Game of Thrones, good book. Give it a read if you can. All right.